Casting time. I have a 2v2 match for you today. It's a high-level game. We have, of course, our best player, Purified, in the top left as the red Masari, Purified. In the top right as the light blue Novus, Yuno. In the bottom left as the pink Masari, Overlord. And in the bottom right as the dark blue Novus, Warbringer. Regardless of what this says, I will refer to bottom team as Team 1 and top team as Team 2 going forward. This is an updated version of Anahuac, which has more cows and more instants for hierarchy. So there's like a cow here, there's a cow here, there's some... where are they? There's some scaffolding dotted around, which gives hierarchy a little bit of a small boost, and a little bit more scaffolding dotted around here. So there's a little bit to get hierarchy going. It doesn't really make hierarchy good on this map. It doesn't completely fix them, but they are functional now, and it's a very good, conservative, updated version from Purified. So, we have a Masari and Novus mirror match. Of course, Yuno being a Novus main, and Warbringer being a Novus off-race. Purified being an everything main, because it's Purified. And Overlord being a Masari off-race. I do expect Team 2 to have an edge here, but Purified does tend to go for memes a lot. He's just that good. He memes and still gives people trouble, so who knows. It looks like we're getting robotic assembly coming out from Yuno to do something. I don't know what. Warbringer saying they might go for cheese 2v1 elimination. That's not cheese. That's just the strat in 2v2, right? You beat someone up. Try to build stuff to contribute early, not just figs. Yeah, figments, pretty iffy. They're very, very good, but you need more than just figments. Unless you're going to go... if you can snipe Mirabelle early, you can definitely send a bunch of light figments into the Novus base and really do a number. I did an experiment fairly recently, and I found out that a light Avenger does 48% to an anti-matter tank in a 1v1, with no outside influences. 48%. It's a lot of damage. And you can swarm Novus of light figments if the opportunity arises and really do a number, especially since the mines can be triggered by collectors, so you can really set up really nice mine bombs. We have ownbots going out everywhere, looking to gain map control with the turrets, which explains the early robotic assembly. We're probably going to be seeing a slightly late Mirabelle here because of people wanting the map control from the ownbots. And, of course, we're going to have Disciples coming out from Overlord as well, and possibly Purified to gain more laser turrets. Laser turrets are just good. Low outpost division, they might kill a unit or two. Even if they kill, like, an ownbot, they've still kind of paid for themselves just in vision and killing a unit, so it's good. We do not yet see Mirabelle being trained for Warbringer. For Yuno, it looks like she's coming out now. As for Purified, it looks to be standard Dark Masari. He is now building his fourth matter engine. And Overlord is also building his fourth matter engine and is going for standard Dark Masari. Had an AFK Architect there, not great, not what you want. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we're very professional. The forward recycling center to gather big heaps of resources. This is excellent, that's exactly what you want to see. Flow network is looking good for Warbringer. He's starting to expand westwards. And I can only join one team, so I can't see Yuno's flow network. I opted to join Team 1 because Purified likes Sky Sari, and I expected Overlord to be the more likely player to go for Dark Sari, and I wanted to see the figments. However, they've both gone for Dark Masari, so yeah, that's moot. Mirabelle is out for Yuno. Where is she going to go? Oh my word, I'm so sorry. Looks like we're skipping Mirabelle for Warbringer. And we're getting Blade Troopers out early. Some ownbots died from Yuno, so Warbringer was able to successfully protect his laser turret here. And this is a really nice strategy, building stuff around the laser turret. The laser turret protects the stuff protects the laser turret. It's brilliant. More people need to be doing this. Novus is probably the best at it. Maybe Masari. Hierarchy not so good because of how nomadic they are, and of course, Habwalkers. Okay, so Warbringer is doing something that a lot of Novus players are starting to do, which is build a flow network moving towards your teammate. So if your teammate is in trouble, you just go zoom, boom, and then you walk over here and you're there pretty damn quickly. Tech level is Knowledge Vault 1 for Purified and Knowledge Vault 1 for Overlord. So, Masari players looking kind of equal. Overlord's got the Machina before Purified, the secondary Machina. So, fuck me. I'm sincerely sorry. I'm really tired. So he should have a couple more figments for this early game. Architect count looking fairly even. We got some idle architects. Okay, they fixed the idle architects. Very nice. Players are scouting around. We have Spectrum Cycle already out for Yuno, making it incredibly hard to pin down Mirabelle. So we've got Figments and Blade Troopers. Nice missile barrage. Takes out some clones. Maybe a real Blade Trooper as well. All the stun. Mirabelle is stunned, but there's no follow-up. There's not enough stuff to follow up with. Yeah, there's just not enough stuff. It was a good stun, but the follow-up just simply was not there. We have Figment harassment coming in from Purified, taking out some of Warbringer's constructors now. I sincerely apologise for my yawns. I sincerely apologise. Okay, we have counter harassment on each side. I harass you, you harass me, I harass you, you harass me. And we have the Seer Sentry. This is for flow, so I expect this Sentry to run right down to the bottom right. And oh, we got the counter Blade Trooper play. Oh dear, Warbringer is not ready for this. That could be his command core going. He lost a flow gen already. Does he have a backup? It looks like he does, but I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right there. And this is smart. Focusing down the laser turret with some clones before they die. Get a bit of chip damage in. Certainly significant. Now, Overlord's coming in to back his buddy up. Figment stun comes down to disable the Conquerors, but there's no damage to finish this off. This is the problem with Dark Figments. They're excellent. Stuns are brilliant, but they don't kill things. They're very much the support unit. The ultimate support unit. Other than, like, Seers, I guess, but they're not even good. Warbringer's got a late Mirabelle coming, recognizes that she is needed, and the Spectrum Cycle means they can clean up some of Warbringer's flow. Both Masari players are largely untouched. Purified is teching Knowledge Vault 2 and getting a third Machina. Overlord has his Knowledge Vault 2, so he may arrive at Peacebringers first. Antimatter Bomb goes down with Vent Core, doesn't seem to hit too much. Mostly to get damage on the recycling sensor, I guess, and sort of keep these guys away, disincentivize them going in. It looks like a Dark One mine didn't connect too cleanly, but got a bit of disable. And it feels like Warbringer's just going to be on the back foot now. Blade Trooper harassment from Yuno is strong. He's aiming for the flow gen, and nice missile barrage. The shoe is now on the other foot, get some damage in on those blades. And the flow gen will live for now. Oh, Yuno really wants the flow gen, but it's not going to be enough. Oh no, never mind. No, this is Warbringer's stuff. Okay. It's hard to tell because they're both kind of similarly coloured. Like, it's kind of obvious, but not in the middle of a fight. This skirmish in the centre is still going on. Yuno's Mirabelle is coming in to support, and the overwhelming amount of Figments plus Mirabelle will be enough to secure it. Mirabelle's playing a little bit safe. She's scared of all the blades. Blades are scouted by this antimatter tank now. Seems like Team 1 is on the back foot. And the Blade Trooper harassment is very nice on both sides. Laser turret goes down. And now Yuno's Mirabelle is coming in to do something. What does she want? Probably the flow gen. Does he have a backup? He does have a backup. Warbringer's become very good at getting his backups. Missile barrage hits the flow gen, but he should be alerted that there is a backup now. But it's still a good kill, because Warbringer has to replace that now. Economy is pretty good for Overlord by the looks of it. He has some good money. He's got some matter engine upgrades, bringing on Tech 3, and Purified is also making Tech 3. And Warbringer has 3,000 money. It's very hard to read that dark blue. Oh, that's a lot of Figments. Can Overlord hit this stun? We need to see a pincer come in. I want to see a light mode switch, actually. Oh. No, he's not. Oh. Can he find the kill? I think we need to see light mode switch. No, these Blade Troopers could be blackout bombing her. Stun. Yes, he hits the stun. That was beautiful. Excellent patience from Overlord. Something you can definitely do against Mirabelle is light mode switch and push against her really well and just pressure her. You see Warbringer's Mirabelle being punched in the face as well, and the counter stun, so excellent Mirabelle snipes on both sides. That's what you want to see. Excellent team play, solving each other's problems. Masari players supporting their Novas absolutely brilliantly. Now, Purified will start pumping Peacebringers soon, but Overlord will follow suit. And there's a lot more units for Team 1 than Team 2 right now. I should say there were agreements to avoid flow abuse as much as possible. It's not possible to always avoid flowing into the enemy base. You can't always do that, that's not valid. But players have agreed to do their best to not abuse it, and Viral Shutdown was gentlemanly banned for this. There's a lot of skirmishing going on. I can't tell whose Blade Troopers these are. It looks like it's mostly Warbringers, and now the flow in. Very nice. That's his own flow, this is valid. And I don't think Vent Core is up. Purified's Figments are going to finish off this defense. And Yuno's army coming in should clean up Warbringer stuff here. But Overlord has a lot of Figments and Conquerors. This is really nice. Blackout Bomb goes down. I can't see a light mode switch here. Oh, another flow to... Brilliant play from Yuno, just flowing from left to right to left to right. Just covering every inch of ground. Nice Vent Core. Vent Core as well. Big damage. Purified's also got Figments in position. And Purified is able to protect Yuno's base over here as well. Both Novus players have been hit hard, and Masari players have been practically untouched. First round of Peacebringers is out for Purified. And the first round of Peacebringers is out for Overlord. It's looking quite even on that front. In terms of upgraded matter engines, we have 4 for Overlord, 2, 3... I count only 3... No, I count 3 upgraded matter engines for Purified, so he's a little bit behind economically in that regard. Yuno lost his flow connection. Oh, that's bad. If Warbringer and Overlord can pressure Yuno enough right now, they can take him out the game. Now, the Peacebringers are in, but Yuno could just be dead. If they hunt down his Constructors and take out his Command Core, they can just slowly grind him out. And Purified was not able to defend here. And that's it, the Command Core is down. Does he have Constructors? If he doesn't have Constructors, it's game over. I don't see any Constructors. There's no Constructors. No, there's one Constructor. There's one. On 3%, oh my word. But the Figments are going to spot it. That Constructor is dead, and I think that's the forfeit now. Unless there's another one I'm not seeing. This is nice positioning on this Peacebringer, catching any assault from the north here. Yuno must have a Constructor that I'm not seeing somewhere. Purified's going to make a backstab attack with these Peacebringers, but it's just going to be slow. Warbringer needs to start teching up into field inverters to help deal with the Peacebringers, but he might just full commit taking Yuno out the game and just tell Overlord to stall. Just 1v1 for a while, stalemate, and then Warbringer can come in later and clean up with a pop cap of field inverters. Yuno's got to have a Constructor I don't know about. Warbringer's looking everywhere for buildings and bases and Constructors. Is Yuno rebuilding in his teammate's base? I don't see any Constructors. Oh, this Avenger scouts out. Oh no, that's a Purified Avenger. Warbringer's base is now going to be assaulted quite heavily. We need to see him migrate to his teammate's base for the sake of safety. Dark Masari really struggles to crack another Dark Masari. They just don't do enough damage to break through them quickly. We don't see any super weapons yet. Overlord certainly can have the money for it soon. Yuno's making a really nice assault. Vent Core goes down. Laser Turret will follow shortly. And a lot of Warbringer's base is going to be crippled here. Blackout goes down. Trying to fight his best, but it's not going to be enough. Nice harassment. Peacebringer's obviously going to deal with those blades. And Yuno is just kind of banking on being able to take Warbringer down with him, but all Warbringer has to do is run to his teammate's base. He's got constructors that can flow out, so Warbringer should be completely safe here. Once these antimatter tanks go down, Yuno could essentially click forfeit. He's going to be relying on Purified to carry him hard. Yeah, there's nothing. Yuno is out the game, so it's up to Purified to make a big splash, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that will decide the game. There's just no way to rebuild. And Warbringer will be severely crippled if an assault works out nicely, but Overlord is going to counter-assault, and Purified will have to respond in some way. Oh, there's Blade Troopers coming in for the harassment. Of course, I couldn't see the Blade Troopers. So actually, Yuno can still make a big splash. I take it back. Repair Bay being taken down, because why not, I guess. Big assault coming in from Purified. And Team 1 needs to take out these buildings to get Purified's Blade Troopers out the game, because Yuno can still click clone, and have the clones just run in and wham, 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 beat stuff up. He's even got this one own bot. He's just trying to contribute every little thing he can. Even leaving all his buildings alive just to act as meat shields, because why not? He could restore power. He could use that patch to restore power. Oh no, you need a command cancer for that, don't you? You need a command core. Okay, field inverters are coming out for Warbringer. He's recognized what he needs to do. He has very little eco, so he's probably going to have to rebuild his teammate's base while Overlord walls things off. Where's Warbringer's constructors at? Warbringer seriously needs to get a constructor to his teammate's base. If he counter-cripples, Purified counter-cripples, it'll be down to the 1v1. As good as Overlord is, I trust in Purified's Masari more than Overlord's, honestly. Best Universal War player, and he plays much more Masari. Oh, it's Matter Engine. Overlord isn't Dark 4. He's not Dark 4. Neither player is. Oh! Okay. I mean, they have been contributing a lot to this early game, a lot of units. Now we have the great Peacebringer Grindfest. Warbringer is desperately trying to produce field inverters to help out, just to tip the scales just a little bit. Field inverters, of course, do outrange Peacebringers and do significant damage. Now it's Dark 4 for Purified. Overlord is not yet at Dark 4, so tech-wise he is behind. And Yuno is just trying to contribute with just little bits of Blade Troopers here and there, but it's just not going to be enough. Pigment stuns are coming down, but it's just an overwhelming amount of Peacebringers. Yuno kills off a Matter Engine with just Blade Trooper clones. We need Warbringer to go with Spectrum Cycle and to hunt down the remainder of Yuno's units, turn it into a true 2v1. Overlord seems to have won this fight quite handily, so I think you don't even... Well, you either go all in on attacking Purified, or you go all in on wiping out Yuno's buildings. One or the other. Warbringer is building in the north, that's quite clever. I think there's some money around here, maybe? No, maybe it's not that clever, I don't know. There's nothing here to harvest, actually. Yeah, Warbringer is saying, take out Yuno's stuff. This Figment should just be beating that up. Blades are taking out this laser turret, which is something, but... I feel like Warbringer will just get to that critical mass of field inverters and end the game. And yeah, these collectors are flying all the way over here to harvest money. But why not? It'll give you vision. So actually, yeah, this is quite smart. Just for the vision, if nothing else. And now Yuno's buildings are being focused, which will, of course, insta-kill his blades as well. Actually, there's a nice two-pronged assault, and there's the forfeit. They realise that there's just too much. Yuno's stuff will go down. That's it. But that was close. That was very close. There was almost the counter-cripple on Warbringer. Fun game. That was good.
Yeah, I thought we were like doing pretty decently there for a while. Then kind of just lost all of his constructors, and
yeah, that one assault just ruined everything, and then he couldn't rebuild, and then it just snowballed. That was a fantastic game to watch, though. Really nice plays on both sides. A lot of early support from the Masaris. Both people sniping Mirabelle. I loved it. That was great.
The repair bay was good because it kept healing my peace bringers.
Yeah, I didn't comment on that. I probably should have, but...
It was on 0% health.
Say what, sorry?
And I couldn't skip the stupid hill that was like there, and Peacebringer refused to shoot it. But I mean, I was probably going to win that engagement regardless, really. Like,
No, there were just too many Peace Bringers. You hit some nice Figment stuns, but the field inverters came in and basically secured it.
Yep.
yeah, it was pretty much over with like that push. Essentially, just needed to actually push back Warbringer all the way back into his main if I had any chance to keep trying to battle Overlord.
My
like,
only criticism there, Warbringer, is you should have sent a constructor to Overlord's base a bit sooner. Game 2. Now, we have a reprisal of the teams. However, the races and spawns are a bit different. This time it's a Hierarchy and Novus mirror. So we have Purified as the red Hierarchy in the top left, Yuno as the light blue Novus in the top right, Warbringer as the dark blue Novus in the bottom left. He wanted to switch spawns with Overlord and try it. And in the bottom right, Overlord on the pink Hierarchy. Now, there were bans discussed, and those bans are no virus early on, before everyone has Viral 2, and Viral Cascade is on a hard ban. The players will not be doing these things, and they will be adhering to their gentlemanly agreement. Excuse me. This will be interesting to see. People want to see how Hierarchy is with the new changes on this map. They are better, but I don't think it's quite enough. Now, standard Quad Reaper start from Purified, standard Quad Reaper start from Overlord. Now, we need to see Mirabelle rushes from both the Novus players because there are Hierarchy on the enemy team. It's not really up for debate. It's Novus's only real answer to the early walkers, and it's absolutely mandatory. There's no real way you can get around that. So we do see the early robotic assembly anyway coming out from Yuno for map control. Laser turrets are nice against walkers. They're pretty much guaranteed to take out a hard point on a walker rush, but is this better than just straight rushing Mirabelle? I don't think so. Warbringer's pinging a cow out for Overlord, so Overlord will probably won't run a Reaper over here, but he'll probably run a Glyph Carver over here at some point, hoover up the cow, and then take some money from this side. Novus makes so much money that they just don't care about having a bit of their money siphoned away. Optimized collection is absurd. Warbringer pinging out cows for his buddy is really nice, and there is a Reaper walking. Not a big fan of that. I don't mind Reapers walking to money if there's money en route. So say there was like a massive line of buildings here on the way to these cows. The Reapers could harvest on the way past and not lose much efficiency. But I'd rather you just build a Reaper drone right here and keep the others harvesting elsewhere. It doesn't matter too much when you get them, as long as you get them. The Novus player, of course, getting the better cream of the crop of capturables. That's natural, there's no real way around it. Warbringer is building his later robotic assembly in order to get his earlier Mirabelle. So we see a bit of a dichotomy in the playstyles from the Novus players. So the early Mirabelle should be able to apply a bit more pressure than Yuno's. However, Yuno was able to get these laser turrets sooner, but I don't know if that matters? Question mark. Got an idle Reaper here, that's not good. There's not much point getting instants if the Reaper's going to be idle afterwards. Purified is on his way to a cow up here by the looks of it. Or did he forget he put a cow there? General consensus in the community is to not add cows to maps, or add very few. But on a map like this, it does make sense to have some cows that are spread out, so I quite like it. Something I want to mention is people may end up wondering why I always have Masari as the race for spectating and not alter up the UI. It's because if you forfeit as Novus or Hierarchy, you technically put a little bit of money into some portion of the map, and Masari does not do that. Oh no. Oh no, is that a dead robotic assembly? No, Mirabelle gets the crush. Barely saving it. Very nice from Warbringer. The early Mirabelle already paying for itself, honestly. That's pretty much paid for itself. Overlord's Reaper drone is doing things. And he's no longer got an idle Reaper, so not too bad, but he did lose a bit of efficiency. No Walkers coming down yet. Walker just came in, actually that's all the lies. Walkers coming down on each side. Overlord's coming in slightly before Purified. It's nothing too significant. Mirabelle making a beeline for the Hierarchy base. It is scouted by one Ownbot. Mirabelle will see this cluster of Reapers and she's going to have a field day. She might even be able to just get a missile barrage in here. Oh, there's a line of Reapers. Will Purified micro? Oh no, it's going to hit all three, isn't it? Oh, it hit two. It hit two. That's still beautiful. That's what you want from your Mirabelle. Yuno's Mirabelle is not out. There's no Mirabelle. He didn't build Mirabelle against high... Oh my days, that's most questionable. Oh, Mirabelle's kind of being pooed on by multiple Reapers right now. We should see a missile barrage come in, honestly. Purified is building his spitter turrets, and Warbringer is smartly targeting the glyph, greatly reducing the health of that spitter. Missile barrage, will it connect? It will on all three by the looks of it. I can't see the health of this one. It connected on two-ish. Wasn't the best, but it was okay. Certainly wouldn't complain at that missile barrage. I'd give it a solid 5 out of 10. It was fine. Sources are out for Overlord. Purified is going for phase tanks, and I think the Saucers will just end the game. Purified is not ready for this. He's not ready. The Saucers will just kill him. Mirabelle's playing it safe, maybe scared of the opposing Mirabelle that doesn't exist. Can't even be scared of that. I don't know what Warbringer's doing. Overlord making a nice spitter turret glyph. This is really nice. This will protect the laser turret from Ownbots very effectively, forcing maybe a radiation patch to secure the capture. You need to get an Ownbot right here, and then capture here. The single Saucer will scout out the base now, and should scout out these phase tanks. Reaper glyphs, oh no, but Purified sells. Purified does indeed sell. Overlord has a look-see what's going on. Gravitic turret. Overlord needs to micro. More phase tanks are coming in. And Mirabelle definitely has issues with that. We have Blade Troopers from from Yuno. Okay. And Overlord is just not microing this Saucer. He does now. He won't kill the Gravitic turret, but he will do significant damage. Turns out Region's almost exactly the same rate as it takes damage. Oh, the orbs disappeared, and that's a 46% Gravitic. He didn't even get the Glyph Carver. Saucer won't get away, I don't think. Maybe, just about, possibly. No. That's unfortunate. Overlord missing a micro opportunity there for certain. On Yuno's side, we have no Mirabelle, but we do have a swarm of antimatters coming in, and the early science center. And now we have phase tank production coming out for Overlord also. Purified making an army of turrets to protect his Reapers, which is nice, but he might lose his arrival site here. If Warbringer decides he wants it, he can. Missile Barrage does 20% to an arrival site. It's absolutely absurd. Purified now has Saucers of his own. And Mirabelle does need to be careful. She could take a lot of damage and just die. Warbringer's pinging up there for something. I'm not sure what. What does he want to achieve exactly? Overlord brings in even a monolith to hit these Saucers. Interesting. Mirabelle, what's Mirabelle doing? Warbringer, no! That was just poor micro. That was poor micro. He did not think that through. That's a big mistake. And that has set Team 1 back so far. And now antimatter tanks are going to come in and tear this arrival site a new one. Oh no. Vent core maybe? Target the Reaper if they find it. My god, that kills that quickly. It's a lot of money, but that does kill it quickly. Now, Overlord is sending phase tanks in to help his buddy out, but there's just so much stuff. And Purified also has phase tanks down, but they've kind of just passed each other by. More antimatter tanks are coming in order to help deal with this. Vent core goes down, that might kill. Oh my god, Vent core is ridiculous. What a bloody unit antimatter tanks, dude. And now the Reaper drone's dead as well. Now, the phase tanks will get some collateral, but Yuno is incredibly happy with this. He could actually sell all of these antimatter tanks after killing this Reaper and be happy. That would be very good. Some more Reaper drone harassment coming in from Purified. Very aggressive arrival site coming down. And this is Overlord's brilliant turrets coming into play. Immediately taking out a phase tank. Absolutely brilliant. Nice bit of turret placement. Maintaining this map control, cutting off this area for a long time yet. Might even see some sorcerers come in to repair this. More phase tank harassment coming in. Will he get the Reaper drone? He didn't target it. This Reaper drone will be absolutely fine for now. Purified might just sack this phase tank for it. Yeah, that's the correct play. Just take out the Reaper, slow down Overlord's economy even more, and oh no, he loses the arrival site. That's game. That has to be game. Overlord has no money. He has 1,700. There's the forfeit, yeah. There wasn't anything. It wasn't going to be an instant loss. It would have been slow, but yeah, they recognize it. They call it quits. Overlord didn't have anything significant. There was no way for him to continue contributing. Well played from Team 2. Absolutely brilliant. Just nice counter-assaults, nice harassment. Big mistake from Warbringer losing Mirabelle, and it snowballed.
That's
tough game.
Yeah, I didn't build third recycling centers. That was.
And you missed my
Overlord to one said, "Why did you not shoot the turrets?"
That moment when you think you're dead to Mirabelle, but you somehow survive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Warbringer just missed microed there. That was just unfortunate. Not his best moment.